Hey guys, welcome to Frontlines, a brand new YouTube channel. We are very excited about what we have in store for this show and can't wait to show it to you. For now, we are going to be looking mainly at Star Wars Battlefront, the new video game from EA and DICE. But before we get to any of that, who are we? Well, my name is Tim and I'm from MakingStarWars.net as well as Podcast 2187. We also have Josiah, who is playing now. His name is in the top right corner of the screen, from 4SportsPod.
What's going on, man?
And so that was him. He was just speaking. Needless to say, we are big Star Wars fans and big fans of this game. In each episode, we will be looking at the specific parts of the game and examining their pros and cons, as well as taking a look at the best ways to use items, maps, or whatever you have. For example, one episode could focus on the E11 blaster or the DL44, while the next might look at the brand new skirmish mode or even how to play cargo on the Goes and Badlands map. We're going to try and get every aspect of this game covered. Of course, we will also be having some live streams and Star Wars breaking news talk, all that along the way. So, having said all of that, since this is our first episode, let's talk about the game overall. Josiah, what were your first impressions of the game when you played it?
I really enjoyed the game at first. A lot of people had trouble with or problems with the lack of content, which I didn't really see that as a big problem just because I knew out of the gate that we weren't probably going to get that much stuff, especially just because it was pretty close to the release of The Force Awakens. So, but I love the old Battlefront games, and to this, this is a great sequel to those and a new beginning of the new Battlefront. I really enjoy it. I play it all the time with some friends, and just have fun. It's Star Wars,
Yeah, and the first two Battlefront games were so successful and so popular with fans. Battlefront 2 came out in 2005, I think?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Pandemic and LucasArts. So it's been 11 years, I guess, then, since we had a Battlefront game, a new one. And now that, of course, this one came out just before The Force Awakens to coincide with the new Star Wars, because 2005 was when Revenge of the Sith came out, so the gap matches the movie gap. And it's really cool. Obviously, the visuals are amazing. If you just look at them, regardless of what you say about the game, you have to admit that it looks fantastic. And
yeah, definitely.
I do think it plays to a certain type of player. That plays to a player, I guess. Because it's like, The Division or Star Wars Battlefront or so many games out there. They're almost controversial in a way because some fans like them, love them, play them, think they're great games. And some people think that it's the worst game ever made. So obviously, if you think this is the worst game ever made, I don't know why you're watching this YouTube channel right now. But
right.
If you do want to get better at it, or if you're not interested in that, or if you just want to watch other people play it, like I said, we're having live streams and all sorts of fun stuff along the way. That's what we're doing. And right now, you can see that we are playing the Walker Assault on one of the Solist maps, and we're kind of flipping back and forth between Josiah's screen and mine. But yeah, so my first impressions of the game, by the way, I never got to that. Pretty much what I said. The graphics were beautiful. It kind of reminded me of instant action on Battlefront 2 because that's really what it is. You're thrown into matches and you play the match. And instant action was my favorite part of Battlefront 2.
Me too, yeah.
So campaigns are cool. And I enjoyed the campaign on the last ones, but I only did it once, maybe twice, and then I went straight back to instant action. So this type of game is fine with me. If they had a campaign, that's fine too. But it's not a deal breaker on my end. I understand why it is for some people. Maybe we'll get one in the next Battlefront to come out. But what do you think, Josiah? Some people had referenced them adding a campaign as a DLC. I don't think it's going to happen for this game. I think they just do it for Battlefront 2. But how important do you think a campaign is to the future of this game?
I think it's really just important because people really wanted one in the last game that came out, and they didn't get it, and they were disappointed, right? But if you think about it, I mean, I'm okay with the campaign, but they have to do it in a certain way because most campaigns you're one character. So are they going to do a one character campaign, or are they going to do kind of like a conquer the universe kind of campaign where you control a big, group of people. I don't know what they would do with it unless they pick one certain character that you follow, but I don't know. I mean, I'd be down for whatever, but I really love the online play on this more than anything. I mean, the old Battlefronts had a type of campaign. It wasn't a one player, you're a new character kind of thing. It was, you take over the galaxy. And it was a different type of campaign. And I like to see that come to Battlefront 2. But when it comes to like one character, I don't know. I'd be okay with it, I guess. But I'd like to save the one character stories for another game that's coming out.
That was an impressive AT-AT crash or AT-AT crash.
Yeah, it
Who
was.
you are right there. Yeah. Well, anyway, it's a quick episode, but it's our first one. So it's going to be pretty short. Just wanted to introduce us to you guys and get us out there. So thank you for watching. If you liked the video, you can hit the like button, or if you didn't like it, you can hit the dislike button. Make us a little bit sad, but that's okay. And don't forget to subscribe if you're enjoying it. So thank you guys, and we will see you on the next episode.